In an article, yeah, and in the article it says, oh, yes, if you see me weep, says, pick up as hunger stones are a common marker in some European rivers. From the German word Hungerstein, hunger stones mark water levels during severe drought. They remind and warn future generations of the hardship endured in the past, since you can see the carved years of past drought and notable hunger stones resurface in the Elbe River near East in Czech Republic. It says, upon its warning, when do mid-seas dan win, which means if you see me, weep. If you see me, weep. Hunger stones are going throughout the Elbe River as water levels dwindle and dates hard into the rock go back as far as 1417 and 1616. The Chinese for them for 500 years ago.
He's talking about the hunger stone. Giving all praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bashim Kakodash. I came across this video right here. Dark days ahead. Brothers going in, prophesying. GMS Port Antonio, Portland, Jamaica. For a lot of you, the accents, you know, they speak fast. So they got them accents, but I can understand everything that they're saying. The brother, the elder, he was speaking about the hunger stones. So I'm gonna see if I can get that. Not the Hunger Games, but the hunger stones. Hunger. Bear with me for a minute. Hunger stone. Hunger stones, Europe. I'm trying to look at World War II relic and hunger stone emerge in European drought. Now, the whole legend behind a hunger stone is not just one stone, it's different bodies of water. There was a stone that was written on it, hunger stone, meaning if the water gets that low, it's going to affect everybody, and you're gonna suffer famine. You're going to suffer famine. Let me go to Wikipedia just to get a little information on it. Okay, these are the various places where the hunger stones are. When the water gets so low, you see that sign of a hunger stone, meaning famine is coming behind it. A hunger stone, German, Hungerstein is a type of can hardly see this, hydrological landmark common in Central Europe. Hunger stones serve as a famine memorial and warning of a famine, because the water, see, you grow things through water. Cattle live by water. The most expensive lands that you can live on is on the coast. You got the west coast of America, you got the east coast of America, right? Then you got the south coast. You know, you got Florida, you got the lower states, Texas and so forth. You need water. So, and then you need your bodies of water. Farmers need water. So a blessing for a farmer is to have a big lake that he deals with. Hunger stones serve as famine memorials to remind you of a famine coming, and warnings, and were erected in Germany and in ethnic German settlements throughout Europe in the what? In the 15th through 19th century. So we're talking about the 1400s all the way up until the 1800s. The stones were embedded into a river during drought to mark the water level as a warning to future generations that they will have to endure famine-related hardship. When there's no water, you starve. You starve. You don't just, you don't thirst for water, but you starve. Food is grown by water. Water is that's even in the Apocrypha. If the water sinks to the level again, or this level again, one famous example in the Elbe River in, what was that, Deutsche Czech Republic or whatever, I can hardly see it, has when do mich sheet, whatever that is, done wine. If you see me weep, that's what the stone says. If you see me weep, carved into or chiseled into it as a warning. Many of these stones featuring carvings or chiselings or another artwork were erected following the hunger crisis of what? 1816 to 1817. So that was a lot of people died that year, caused by the eruption of the Tambora volcano. So I guess that dried up the water. So when it was at that drought level, they put the stone there. So when the water came back up, if you ever see that stone again, what does it say? I can't even read it in German, but it says, if you see me weep, because a lot of you are going to die. It says, in 1918, a hunger stone on the bed of the Elbe River near Deacon, I hope I said that right, but becomes exposed during a period of low water, coincident to the wartime famines of World War I. Similar hunger stones in the river were uncovered again during drought in what? 2018 and in 2022. That's just another sign, man. That's just another sign, a token. Second Ezra 6, verse 12. I beseech thee, show thy servant the end of thy tokens. So that hunger stone that says on it, that's carved or chiseled in the stone, if you see me weep, because a lot of people are going to die from famine. So that's a token, a sign. That's another sign. I beseech thee, show thy servant, which was Ezra's, the end of thy tokens, whereof thou showedst me part the last night. So what Ezra saw over 2,000 years ago, was what we're experiencing right now. All the prophecies. Look, when we out there, you know, we went over how many times Revelation 9 and Revelation 10 and Revelation 17 and Revelation 18 and Jeremiah 50, Jeremiah 49 and Isaiah 34 and Isaiah 13 and Isaiah 14 and all these prophetic scriptures. These prophecies are coming to pass. So that's mainly what we're going to get into. So the next precept is 2 Ezra 5 verse 13. To show these such tokens or signs, before the Most High does anything, he always shows signs and tokens. Tokens meaning signs. I have leave, and if thou wilt pray again and weep as now, and fast even days, thou shalt hear yet greater things. So you got to work for these signs. Second Esdras 4 verse 52. He answered me and said, as for the tokens or signs, what was the Lord telling the disciples in Matthew 24, Luke 21, and Mark 13? They were asking about the end of the world. When shall the end be, and when will thou come back? And he said, when you see these signs, which is tokens, whereof thou asked me, I may tell thee of them in part, but as touching thy life, I am not sent to show thee, for I do not know it. Let me read that again. He answered me, you know, let me read it in context, because he's talking to an angel here. '50th verse, 2 Ezra 4, verse 50. Then said he unto me, consider with thyself, as the rain is more than the drops, and as the fire is greater than the smoke, but the drops and the smoke remain behind, so the quantity which is past did more exceed. Then I prayed and said, may I live, thinkest thou, until that time? Or what shall happen in these days? He answered me and said, as for the tokens, signs, whereof thou askest me, I may tell thee of them in part, but as touching thy life, as far as when you're gonna die, that's not up to me. The Most High has the record on when you're going. He has your date as to when you're gonna die. I am not sent to show thee, for I do not know it. So angels do not know everything. All they know is what the Most High gave them. So this prophet Ezra / priest wanted to know when he was going to give me the date as to when I'm going to die. Angel said, look, I can tell you a lot of things, but I can't tell you that because I don't know it. So just come on back. That's why I said in Matthew 24, the angels don't know the time that the Lord is coming back. Neither does his son. The only one that knows the time is the Father. Let's see what Wisdom of Solomon 2 verse 9 says. Let none of us go without the part of our voluptuousness. Let us leave tokens, signs of our joyfulness in every place, for this is our portion, and our lot is this. Now, what should come to mind? Those icons that they left all over Europe. Those were the tokens. Let me read it again. Wisdom of Solomon 2 verse 9. I'm not even going to the context. Let none of us go without his part of our voluptuousness. Let us leave tokens. So what tokens do we leave? A main token that we left is images of ourselves all throughout Europe. That's why you have books called the Russian icons. And see, when Esau came in with his Renaissance, he had to bring with him. He had part of that Renaissance was Renaissance art to deface the images of the original people that was there in Europe and put themselves up there because the icons were saints, Israelites, saints, angels, prophets, the disciples, the apostles, and our Lord, and even the Most High. It said, let us leave tokens. So the icons was a token. That proves that we are the people. Because Esau came along after us. His icons came, he started destroying, defacing the images, which is a term called iconoclasm, the destruction of images, of so-called black images. And what did he put in replace of that? He put images of himself as being the angels, as being the Israelites, as being our Lord, and all these images that Esau, these icons that they put up there and tore down our images. This was all 1400s, 1370s, 1400, 1500, 1600s. All of our images is post 1300s, 1000s, 1100s, 1200s. And even further back than then. Why? Because we left tokens of ourselves. So those tokens or signs was us. You can't get around this. We are those people, man. There was tokens left. There was so many icons up in Europe that Esau couldn't even get to them all. Now I'm gonna go into this word voluptuousness. There's always something to speak on. Definition. Voluptuous, relating to, characterized by, or consisting of pleasures of the body or senses. When we're doing good, that's what that meant. Sensual, disposed, devoted, or addicted to sensual indulgence and luxurious pleasures, not just sex, living good. So when we were living good, we were painting ourselves. Okay, let's paint this Israelite in a castle. Let's paint this prophet doing this, tending sheep or whatever. So let's come back. 2nd Ezra 6, verse 20. For a minute. 2nd Ezra 6. How did this happen? Wait a minute. So we was in 2nd Ezra 6, verse 12. Now we're in 2nd Ezra. Now we're in 2nd Ezra 6, verse 20. And when the world that shall begin to vanish away, whose world? Esau's world. That's in the same chapter. Shall be finished, then will I show these tokens. The books shall be open before the firmament. That's the YouTube, that's the World Wide Web. And that's why everybody that's a part of the GMS camp, and on any camp, if you in this thing for a number of time, 6 months or whatever, a year, you really supposed to be out there pushing this word out as soon as you come in. The books shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall see all together. So you can do a video, and if 3 billion people go to your page, 3 billion people are going to see you doing a video. That goes back to Psalms 19 from the first verse on down, talking about how this word is going to go out. The books shall be opened. The books. 2 Ezra 5 verse 1. Nevertheless, as coming the tokens, behold, the day shall come, the day which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. Because the Most High is only waking up the elect, which is a handful of Israelites, and the rest of you, he gonna leave you in a deep sleep so he can be justified in destroying you. All right, last precept, 2 Ezra 7 verse 26. Behold, the time shall come that these tokens or signs which I have told thee shall come to pass. If it tarries, wait for it. Habakkuk 2, for it shall not tarry, it shall surely come. So we're living in the times of these prophecies coming to pass. That's why you don't see too many scoffers coming on our pages, because you know what? What we said 10 years ago, 12 years ago, 8 years ago, now it's coming to pass. And now the prophecy of Revelation 13, verse 16, that's definitely, because you can't deny it now. And there's all kind of videos, the World Economic Forum with the different guests, and they all talk about the charagma. So if you can't see it, man, it's either you got paid off, you're full of pride, or you just, the Most High, just close your eyes to it. What did the Lord say concerning the Comforter in John 14 and in John 16? But John 14, he said, I will send you the Comforter in my name, and he or it shall teach you all things and bring all things to your remembrance. All things, all meaning 100%. So you're supposed to know the whole book. Behold, the time shall come that these token signs which I have told thee shall come to pass, and they're coming to pass in our lifetime. And the bride, which is us, shall appear, and she coming forth shall be seen. Are we being seen on YouTube? That now is withdrawn from the earth. Ultimately, the Most High is going to redeem the elect from the earth, and then he's going to destroy this place. Isaiah 34. America is nothing but a big altar. And we are like the priests. So when we say we gotta say, the Most High gonna take us out, then he's gonna sacrifice this place, by fire, by way of fire. That's the missiles hitting this place is all part of the ceremony of the liturgy of the Most High. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna say shalom.